Hi guys, I am Ammar Fitwala, currently working at TCS as a system engineer. I'm here for the demonstration of this machine learning based web application on which I've worked on lately. Now, what this application does is, in simple terms, it transforms your raw data into a machine learning model without having you to write a single line of code, all just with button clicks. Of course, there are several steps in between, like it takes your data in form of CSV or Excel file, then give you the insights about the data, pre-process your data, and then trains a machine learning model on it. So these are the necessary steps. So let's start with our demonstration first. Now I'll log in. This is the upload page. Here you can upload your dataset or you can choose any of the one below. Okay, we have Titanic, car purchase, house price, and salary. We'll start with a small example first so you understand the flow and necessary features of this application. Now, in this car purchase, we have to predict whether a customer will purchase a car or not. You can either download this as a CSV file or you can directly upload it. So this is the first page, exploratory data analysis. Here we get the insights of our data set. For example, our data set has 400 rows and 5 columns. These are the 5 column names. Then it shows the 10 rows of our data. For example, we have user ID, gender, age, estimated salary, and purchased column. Then this is the short description of our data. Like for example, in the age column we have 400 rows and 37.65 is the mean of the age that we have, and standard deviation is 10.4. The minimum age that we have in our data set is 18.00, that means 18 years of age, and the maximum age we have is 60. Likewise, we have the short description for estimated salary and purchased columns. Okay, now this is the graphical representation here. On this page you can get the textual, tabular, and graphical representations. Okay, so we have a gender column here. Out of the 400 data set, we have the 196 customer as male and then 204 customer as female. Then we have a purchased column here. uh, Out of the 400 we have 257 people who have not purchased the car and 143 customers who have purchased the car, so it is represented as 0 and 1. This will be our prediction column. Okay, then we have a correlation between features. Now this matrix shows the correlations between the columns. The higher the number is, the highly correlated the columns are with each other, and the highest number is the one, that is 100%. So if we look at the user ID column here and take the age column here, we have the number in negative. So it is highly not correlated with each other. Same is the case with the user ID and estimated salary. The percentage is very low here, and same with the purchased column. Okay, so now we have a age column here, and if we look at the estimated salary, we have a 16%, they are correlated with each other, and the age column is 62% correlated with purchased column. Okay, same with if we look at the estimated salary, we have the 16% with age and then 36% with the purchased column. So this is how we read the matrix here. And if we observe here, if we can drop the user ID column, it won't have any impact on our machine learning model. So we can like drop this user ID column. Now the second page comes is the pre-processing page. Okay, now this is a step just before the modeling part. We have to pre-process everything uh, to give it as an input to our machine learning model. Okay, now we have seen that first we have to select the column that we want to predict. We have to predict whether the customer will purchase the car or not, right? Zeros and ones. So I will select it as the purchased here. Now second step is the select the columns you want to drop. Now we have seen that we can drop the user ID because it doesn't have any much impact on our data set. So I can just select user ID. If you want to drop some more columns, you can either select these like this. So let's select the user ID for now, and this is a train test split ratio. Now currently the we'll give the 70% of our data set to our training, and then rest 30% for we'll reserve it for the testing purpose. Now we can increase or decrease the percentage by this slider. We can give either 80% to the training, and then 20% will reserve for the testing. Okay. Now if we choose the model here, now there are two types of machine learning model we can select, either the AutoML part, or we can what is AutoML? AutoML will select the best machine learning model among the all machine learning model for our data set. It will train every model, test their accuracy and loss, and give us the best model for us. Or you can directly select manually select the machine learning model, train it, and then do the model evaluation. Let me select the logistic regression here, do the model training. Now our model is logistic regression is has been trained successfully. Okay. Now if we can see the gender here, age, estimated salary. Actual output is our purchased column, and this is what our machine learning has predicted, the last column. Okay. So it would be difficult to understand how accurate our model is, how well our model performed, right? So there are certain metrics. If we click on model evaluation, we can see the accuracy score, recall score, F1 score, and precision score for logistic regression model for our dataset. Now, if you are not convinced, we can choose a different model by clicking on choose model, and we can go for SGD classifier, for example, do a model training and do the model evaluation. Now, if we see SGD classifier has performed much better than the logistic regression, we have better accuracy score, recall, F1, and precision. And now if you want to try another model, we can go back, we can choose the random for forest classifier, do the model training, do the model evaluation, and check the metrics. Then if you want to choose different model like k nearest neighbor, do the model training, then model evaluation, like this. Okay. If we choose, we can choose auto ML also, do the model. Since it trains all the machine learning model and choose the best one for us, it takes some time for training. Now if we go for if we can see AutoML has selected the LGBM model for us, and it has outperformed all the manually selected model by us. Okay, the accuracy is also good, the recall, F1, precision are all good here. uh, if we want to choose another model like decision tree classifier, we can model do a model training more than model evaluation. Okay, so this is how you train the model. Now if you want to save the model, we can save the model and give it as a name like car purchase decision tree classifier, then save the model. Now our model is saved. Okay, and if we go to the profile, we have the project is car purchase model, and then we can test the model here. Now the gender, we have it as a male, we can select male. Then age, we have put 80 for example, and estimated salary something 89,000. Then we can do the prediction. And now the prediction is one. That means the this customer has purchased the model. Now if I decrease the salary, right, and decrease the age to like 20, and if I predict, I get the zero, because at 20 years of age, this much salary, it's nearly impossible to uh, purchase a car. So it has given us the zero. So if I now log out and I log in again and go to our profile, the model is still there. Okay, so this is a basic concept uh, of this machine learning application. Now if I go to upload again and now choose a bigger example, if I go to downloads and select the bank CSV and click on upload. Now this is a bigger example we are seeing now. We have around 4500 rows and 17 columns. Okay, and these are our uh, These are the column names we have. Then we have the 10 rows of our data set, and here's the short description that we just discussed. Okay, we get the count here, then we get the mean value, standard deviation, minimum balance we have as in negative, then we have the maximum balance here. Same way we can read the data, understand the insights of our data set in this page, which is called as exploratory data analysis. Then we have the graphical representation also here. We have a column as job, and then these are the unique values in the job column, and how many times each value has occurred in our data set. It is showing us, like for example, unemployed is a value in the job column. It has occurred around 128 times. Then services as 416, management is 969. Likewise, we can see the data, the insights of our data set. Then we have marital status, like married, 2796 people are married, then 1196 are single, then 528 are divorced one. Then we have education. The primary education people has chosen is 678, and then secondary as 2305. And likewise, we can read all and understand all the the insights of the data on this page. Okay, and these graphs are, as we seen, are dynamically generated based on our data set. So let and we know how to read this correlation between features. Okay, now let's start the pre-processing part. Now select the column we want to predict. Now if we want to predict the y, and select the columns you want to drop. Now we can drop as many columns as we want. Okay, as per our requirement, which we don't really need in the data set. We can choose this, anything we can choose. Then housing loan. Now here comes the important part. We have seen that there are some null values in our data set. We have a null values in the job, marital, education, month column. Then we have null values in the day, duration, campaign, and p-days column. Now if we look here, these four are the string columns. That means we have a data in the string format, and these are the numerical data. That means we have a data in numbers here. Okay, then if we see the information here, b fill means it will replace the null values with the previous value. F fill means it will replace the null value with the next value, and 0 means it will replace the null value with 0. Otherwise, if we don't want to fill the records, we can choose the delete records. It will delete the whole row of the null value. This mean and median will work with the numerical columns, and it will replace the null values with the mean value, and it will median will replace all the null values with the median value. Okay, so we can choose here b fill, for example. In the string columns, we won't see the median and median. It will only appear in the numerical column. So in we can choose anything we want, right? Oh, zero or delete records, anything. Then in the numerical column, if we can choose mean, median, B fill, F fill, or zero, anything. Okay, now our train and test split ratio, we have already spoken about this. We can do the 80% or 85% for training, rest 15% for testing. We can now choose the model here. We can choose the SGD classifier. Okay, we can choose any model that we want here. Random forest classifier, decision tree classifier. We have to click on model training and do the model evaluation. These are the metrics. So accuracy is 85%, recall is 91, F1 score is 91, precision is 91. Okay, if you want to choose different model, you can go back, select SJD or anything you want. Do the model evaluation. We can get the metrics here. Now we can save the model here. The project name we can select as bank model, anything we want. Say we can save the model. So uh, the project is saved with the test model. You can enter the values and you can just predict, and it will give you the prediction. So this was the basic uh, concept of the this machine learning based application, and currently this is in the initial stage. I'm planning to do more research on this and develop more things and include the more features here in every page, in the EDA, in the pre-processing, in the model selection till profile data. We can do a lot of things here. Thank you.